Good morning, everyone. Back here on the farm, getting ready for we're getting ready to take our harvest into town. Sorry about that. Just getting ready, everything ready to go here. Yeah, welcome back to the farm. We're getting ready to take our harvest into town today. We've got almost 60,000 liters of canola here. We're going to start loading it up into this tipper wagon that I've rented. And yeah, we'll be taking it into town to sell. Been a bit of a long time coming, kind of been waiting for the big one. This is our first harvest that we planted and grown here on the farm. We did fields 89 and 87, planted those with canola last year, and well, we grew it and we harvested it, and now it's time to take it into town to sell. And we can see from the little price chart here that it doesn't really matter where we take it. Probably just going to take it to the closest site, which is Grain Barge Terminal 2. But without further ado, we can get going. Alright, so I've never actually done this before. So bear with me if I might have to figure a few things out here. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to tractor. Okay. There we go. All right. We are filling. Why did it stop? Will it only do 1,000 liters at a time? Oh no, it seems like we're going. All right, we are filling our canola harvest. Hope you're all having a great day. Hopefully you can hear me. The last stream that I did on Friday, unfortunately, I didn't realize until after, but the volume, my mic audio wasn't working, so apologies for that. Okay, we've shut down the auger. Oh, I want to get in the tractor. Okay. And we'll... Oops. Going to... Yeah, we'll do a terminal 2. Yeah, so it's a beautiful November morning here on the farm. Working our way into town. Pretty excited for this. So I actually talked about doing this during the last live stream, which, like I said, unfortunately, I didn't realize my mic wasn't working. But hoping to get enough cash to be able to buy another field after this. And working on some contracts. That's really what I did during the last live session was a lot of contract work to kind of build up the cash reserve a little bit. And yeah, hoping for a big payout from this. I mean, we could do the math, I guess. 60,000 liters times just over 1,000. Uh, bucks per liter, like 1,200 bucks per liter or something. So yeah, hopefully we'll do pretty good. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. You can do it. Nothing can stop the money, dudes. Yeah, I actually need to follow this guy, I think, because the turns into a bridge and there's no connection over there. No intersection. All right. First tipper load is in the bank. Looking at over 16,000 bucks for a load. That's awesome. And we'll work our way back to the farm. We'll pick up another load. We'll bring it on back. So there'll be a little bit of this to start off the live stream. It's pretty exciting for me. Hope you're all enjoying riding along here. And I guess we'll let this post guy go past. All right, now speed. Oh, and I guess on the way out, we're gonna have a little talk about what's new at the farm here. So stay tuned for that. Right now, we'll get our second tipper loaded up. Uh, just gotta get this thing lined up here. There we go. I can see where the animation kind of cuts out in the tipper. Haha. All right. Number two is ready to go. All right. So in the last live stream, I talked to myself about how working on a few things here on the farm. One of them was the old sawmill, which used to live right here, where this chicken coop now is. Well, that thing used to reach the end of its useful life to me. I was using it to sell a lot of the wood that I had cut down around the farm here. In some earlier live streams, I was going around cutting wood, getting the farm ready to expand and terraform a little bit. That's all been completed and taken care of. And I guess we can officially say we are 100% finished that process now because we've sold the uh, sawmill that I had. Well, actually, that's not true because I do have some wood chips to get rid of later, and I was planning to do it at the same time as this. After I was finished with the harvest, I was going to go sell the rest of the wood chips, and then we'll be finished with that project. Yeah, pretty excited to have the good old chicken coop to go there, along with the sheep farm that we've been working on for a few episodes now. That's been going great. We could have a little delivery into town later with some wool. It's actually starting to pile up a little bit. But for right now, it's canola time. All right, it's a nice morning down by the river. Here we go with number two. All right. Try to get out of this place without taking down any stop signs. And we'll start heading back to pick up load number 3. Yeah, so I guess I could go left there really, but I've just changed the map so much that I'm unable to. In the base map, I could turn left and just kind of turn into the area where I have my bin there, but like some new trees there. I put a fence going across there next to that road, so separates a little bit. So we've got to drive the entire way around. Here they are. Good morning, chickens. Yeah, so here's the fence. That's really keeping us from driving up there. It's okay though. Think that's gonna work. Let's see. Negative. Let's move out a little bit. I can get this thing a little bit better, positioned a little better. There we go. All right, let's head with load number 3. So there's nothing in this field right now. It's just prepared and ready to go. I'm switching away from just a cereal crop farm to be more of a mixed farming setup. So I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to put in that field yet, but yeah, switching away from canola and cereals. In the past, I've played these games and I've typically only done large scale, kind of big field cereal farming. So things like the sheep and the chickens, I'm really switching away from that, getting out of the comfort zone, I guess, and learning to play a lot more features in the game. This field on the left here, though, is canola. I want to do have at least one productive field going at all times. and the third field that I have is currently grass. So we'll be at some point probably doing some baling and wrapping down there. There's some tight turns with this huge load of grain. Seed, I guess it's technically seed. We are coming up on 60 hours on this tractor. This is the most I've ever put on a tractor by far. But we are trying to do kind of a realistic career mode here in this series, so there you go. It's going to be a lot more going on there. Okay, we'll get out of here, taking care to watch all the signs. Don't want to be a sign knocker over. We're streaming on YouTube and Twitch today, so if you're watching along, please consider giving me a like or subscribing. Starting to get things figured out here on the History Buff Gaming channel. Alright, so on cruise control as we head down this road. Here we go, still working on the harvest. We've got pretty much 24,000 liters to go. So I think 2 trips in this thing. Let's see. Yeah, 2 trips should do it. I'm gonna do something that may be a little controversial this time. I'm gonna pull in straight instead of backing in. That's pretty good. Gonna be a little sad having an empty bin on the farm, though. I've gotta say that. In the last stream, the crappy one, I did a quick little tutorial on like terraforming and how I kind of think about that. Because I've done a lot of terraforming here on the farm to change it away from what the base Riverbend Springs map looks like. So depending on how we get along, maybe in the live stream, I'll do another little info session on that. And we can cruise control here. Alright, it's a tight road. Trying to keep the tractor under control there. You can tell it just wants to start going and coast away down the hill. Alright. This is number 4, I think. Yeah, we'll go with number 4. Alright, we are doing great. So as we head back here, I'm just going to check and see if I can get maybe the other tractor working on a contract. Just bear with me. That kind of work for that. So I'll definitely take that cultivating contract. Something else I mentioned last time was how happy I was with the little blue tractor and how productive it is now. It's kind of in a bit of a, I don't know, I guess like a gray zone where it was semi-productive, semi-not productive, but I found a cultivator that it can pull pretty easily and it's pretty efficient, time efficient with, so it's pretty good. I love setting it off to do cultivating contracts. I did this field yesterday that I'm looking at here now, and it was a nice 10 grand contract, so that was really good. Definitely helped out. Try to keep the both tractors at about a 2 to 1 hour ratio from this one to the little Ford. I've been finding that works pretty well. Keeps them both pretty busy and productive. Right. Harvesting, blah blah blah. Yeah. So we'll set it off on its mission when we get back here. All right, turning in. So yeah, here are the chickens. those guys. Yeah, so in the last stream I had my old barley crop that I had harvested in this stall here, and it's now chicken feed. So loaded it all up in this thing. We'll get this guy all set up for his cultivating contract though. Probably gonna have to get some more food for the chickens at some point. Not anytime soon, but as I progress through the winter in the game, I have a feeling I'm gonna run out. I definitely won't have any food on the way to replace it because I don't have any crops, any suitable crops planted right now. And I've just got to get this guy out to the road because the AI doesn't really like my custom roads and stuff that I built. It doesn't really. Whoops, messed up there. Great job, field work. That's what I missed. Okay. All right. Yeah, it just can't pick up. Like, yeah, I just can't pick up these roads that I'm driving on here. So I need to take all my tractors out to the main road and then send them. Oh, bother. Oh, looks like we're okay. All right. Okay. Looks like that's good. Start filling. Here we go. This should be the last one. We are going to be right at the upper limit of what this tipper can take. It says 12,000 liters or 12 cubic meters, so I'm hoping that it's not like 11,999 or something. That could mess with us. All right, before we get too excited, let's just... Yeah, okay, so what's going on here? I'm not really sure why it stopped. It stopped with about 4,000 liters left, I think. What was that for, like 4,000 in the bin, like 7,000 in the tipper? All right, there we go. The entire harvest has been pumped out. This is an auger that I just rented to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and return it. Go. Yeah, we got up to 99%. Look at that, 11,963 liters. And we'll start making our way to the terminal. We'll finish off, I guess, our first whole year here on the farm. First year where we, planted things, grew them, took care of them. A little bit of brake pressure to make that turn. Here we go. All right. Want to virtually clobber this postman, so I'll let him go on his way. All right. Well, this is pretty exciting. Final tipper load. Here we go. Here we go. Canola harvest in the books. Just have a look in the good old statistics ledger here, see what we did. Let's see. The harvest income $74,305. So yeah, I guess that's pretty good. I don't know. I sold one tipper load when I did the harvest. I was pretty short on cash. I needed a few bucks to get along. So I guess we can add on another load, bump it up to almost 90,000 really. But yeah, I don't know. It was my first harvest here in the game. The next one is going to be a lot better, I think. Did a lot more field prep this time. But we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with where we are right now and the balance that we have. I think we're going to get our field expansion. It's been our goal for a little bit here now. Work towards buying another field for the farm and expanding it. So I think we're going to be really in business with that. And not only purchasing a field, but I think we're going to be able to consider the big field as well, which is great. We'll see where we are after the wood chips. Good morning. All right, so I actually need the blue tractor to load the wood chips, and the blue tractor is gone on a mission. So we're gonna give it a little bit of time to come back. We'll work on a couple of other things here, and then we'll start loading up the wood chips and taking them to market. Put this guy right here for now, and we'll go have a look at our sheeps. There we are. So something new from last live stream is I sold some of the older ones that I had, made a bit of a profit, and restocked with a couple of rams, a couple of playboys out in the field there now. and yeah, so also some young females to go along with them. They'll start doing their thing, and yeah, we'll have a sheep thing going. There he is. Look at his little horns. Feed them one bale of hay per day. Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect. There we go. Let's see. Water. I think we're gonna get them some water. Yeah, so we'll get the sheep some water and we'll top up the water at the greenhouse. Oh, we'll just back right up and we'll get our tank. I used to go down to the stream with the tank because I didn't want to spend, it's like almost 400 bucks to fill up this tank with water. I wanted to maximize the profitability of the greenhouse in the early days of the farm. But now we have money, I just take it down to the water fountain here, fill it up. Alright, so we'll do sheep first and then the rest will go in the greenhouse. So as we can see, this is pretty different from what you're going to find on this area of the map on Base Riverbend Springs. This took a lot of learning. Took a lot of tree cutting. There are a lot of trees cut down, and I really had to learn how to properly handle those. There we go. Perfect. Look at that parking job. Alright, yeah, if you tune into the last live stream, you also would have saw me going around with kind of carrying all these pallets of herbicide around. These are just excess pallets that I had from doing contracts and working things before. I used to have a liquid sprayer, but we're switching the farm over to pelletized fertilizer and lime. We're all stocked up on fertilizer. Actually, I got to take this wool, put it in storage. Oops. There we go. I love how this guy can just pick up a entire pallet of whatever, like wool, huge logs, bales of hay, you name it. Even that thing. All right, so I'll bring this tipper over. Then I think I'm gonna go work that contract for a little bit. I'll just get everything set up with the green tractor here, and we'll head on back. Think somewhere around here will probably be good. I'm gonna be, coming along, brum, 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 picking it up here, backing up. I can just back up into there, come out, dump it in there. Try that. Okay, and get over here. Oh, you're wasting so much time. All right, we're definitely taking over. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right, let's go, baby. Come on. You got the good old manual gearbox there that he's got to work instead of a CVT. Always fun. Jeff, you're just tuning into the live stream. What's up? It's a beautiful Monday morning here on History Buff Farm. Third week in November in the game. Earlier in the live stream, we took most of our canola harvest from the previous year to the market. Took it to the grain terminal number 2. Did pretty good. And now we are just working this cultivating contract while we get ready to sell the rest of our harvest. We've got some wood chips left over that we need to take. And we're probably also going to end up taking some other things. There's some things around the farm now, like wool, eggs, honey, etc. We'll take into town. This is going to be a pretty inefficient use of time here to do this tiny little strip, but oh well. Okay, finished doing off the headland over here. Work our way down here. This will give us some space to turn around and work here so we don't have to be right up against that fence once we start doing the up and downs. All right, and we'll do one more pass, and then we'll start the up and downs. So yeah, we can see how earlier I talked about keeping these tractors at a 2-to-1 ratio. We can see we're a little bit behind on this tractor. Should be up around pretty close to about 30 hours, but it's okay. It's much better than what it was. This tractor would kind of just sit for long periods of time without really doing anything to help the farm. So yeah, it's does good with the cultivator. It does very good with the cultivator. I turn on my little AI cheat guide here and set this thing to work. So the plan right now is to buy this field here, number 78. Looks like it's got some wheat in there. Yep, so that'll be good. I'll be able to keep that and use it for chicken feed. And eventually, probably next year, we'll integrate it into the farm's crop rotation. Which it could end up being wheat forever, who knows, but we'll see. I've got this grass field here that we're going to get to later. Like I said, maybe, probably, but depending on how things go. It's had a bit of work to do with it. I put tram lines right through the middle of it, which I realized probably wasn't the best idea to do with a full field of grass. Really taken away from the productivity of the field. So I kind of replowed it and planted more seed, maximize the output that I was getting there. A little bit nervous that I'm not going to have enough grass bales to feed the sheep through the winter. I don't know if you guys can remember, but I've got a decent pile going on by the sheep pen there. Hopefully, it's enough. Keep adding to it, going around, cutting small amounts of grass, but yeah, hopefully we are no issues. We're just cultivating our fields. Well, I guess they aren't our fields. They're yeah, someone else owns these fields. However, let's see. Katie. All right. Coming up on 50% for this guy. Just going to turn the speed of the game down a little bit to about 3x. Go. Just because there's a lot of rain in the forecast right now, so it's we get like one more nice day and then it's rain, snow, cloudy, snow. So I kind of got to get as much done as I can before all the rain comes. We're pretty much set. We can do pretty much go and do whatever. Everything should have enough hay or straw or grass. Sorry, like I said, for the sheep. All my fields are prepared for the season. I've got canola down, grass, carrot field ready to go in the spring. But I want to try to stock up with as much contract money as I can. All right, we are over 50% for the field. All right. I think this is my favorite tractor of all time. I always get one of these little tractors whenever I play these games. Cute little Fords. Pretty good. They're pretty reliable tractors. They got a decent engine in them. They can kind of take a lot, but they are a little bit undersized. It's because they're so small. It's you put something on the too big on the back there, and it'll get tippy pretty quickly. They're good. I usually put the front lift on them, hydraulic arm on the front. So yeah, pretty useful around the farmyard. take this field, this row in hand control, just because we can. And I think on the next one, I'll skip across to the other side of the tram line and then start working my way up. And hopefully, I'll be able to not have to come back and do this. The way these contracts work is you only have to do about 98, 99% of the entire field in order to complete the contract. Right, so drop her down there. There we go. That's the good stuff there. And we are working our way through this field, coming up on, hopefully we'll get to 70% by the end of this row. If not, it's okay. But, yeah, working our way through this contract. Let's go, baby. One more little push. Oh, we didn't even move from 68%. Oh, it kind of looked like a bit of a dum-dum. And we'll work our way downtown once again. Oh, it's a beautiful November morning. Well, I guess it's afternoon here now. November morning here on History Buff Farm. If you've recently joined us, we're working on a contract right now to cultivate this field. It's about 7.5K payout. So that'll really help us along there. And earlier in the live stream, we actually took most of our canola harvest to market. So the initial harvest from the farm is now gone and in the bank. Most of it, anyways. The big stuff, at least. Kept some barley as chicken feed for our new chicken coop. And I've got some wood chips to sell that I have been sitting on for a while. But for the most part, the big barley or the big canola harvest is gone. Pretty happy about that. And we're gonna come close to being able to accomplish our goal of buying another field. Once we finish this, we're going to be taking some miscellaneous things into town to sell. We've got some wool, some honey, otherwise known as bee juice, and we've also got some eggs now. So we'll get along with that and see where we are. During the last live stream that I conveniently I had my microphone off for the entire time. I mentioned that could end up just taking a little loan here in the game to fund the purchase of our new field, but honestly, it looks like we may be able to get along without that. And like I said earlier, there's another big field that I'm thinking about as well, so that one could be on the table. But we'll see. It's a question for later in the live stream. Let's go. Let's get that manual gearbox going. Come on. All right, so we're gonna try the same thing as I did right there with this tram line. Gonna try to go down on each side of it, and hopefully we won't have to come back up the middle. I think that's the most efficient thing to do right now. But if you know different, if you know better, drop it in the chat and let me know. Seems to be working pretty good. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted to accomplish there. Here we go. Right. How to actually start over here. Just drop this thing here and work into it. There we go. We're working our way downtown. Almost done this, then we'll get this thing heading back to the farm and hook up the front loader attachment to it and stuff, and we're going to take care of those wood chips. Using the front bucket attachment to take care of that. All right, so we're at 88%. That's interested to see where we end up after this pass. Gonna have to do another pass here, but I'll try to just keep this thing in and doing as much as it can. Alright, let's get up this hill. Let's get up this hill. Always gets the big shift there. Like, he's got to shift down. And then leave it in. He's got the clutch to press, so it loses all its speed almost instantly. Kind of funny. Final pass? What do we think? Let me know in the comments if you think this is going to be the final pass and we can get out of here. Alright, so I do have to do these tram lines. Oh, that sucks. I think this one is going to be biggest though, so I'll start there. Yeah, alright. Alright. Hopefully this will be the final pass. Try and get as much as I can there. We're up on 98%. Can we get 99? 99 going once. 99 going twice. She's not going to sell. Alright. I kind of did expect having to do this, so it's okay. We have 99%. Oh yeah. We are finished. Do a little quick save game there. Okay, so get that, and nothing else really that I'm interested in there, so where are we? Okay, so I'm gonna set this guy to go home. Set him to go home on his own, and yeah. Good. And while he's doing that, we're going to take a quick break here on the channel, maybe about 10 minutes, just so I can grab another coffee and stuff. And yeah, after the break, we're going to be taking our wood chips into town, loading them up with this thing into the tipper, and we'll also be working on some miscellaneous things like some wool sales. All right, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back here on the channel. Okay, everyone, we're back and ready to go again. All right, that in the chat there. All right, hope you're all having a great Monday morning wherever you are. It's July 27th. It's going to get this guy going. Oh, just 1 second. I gotta step away for a second. All right, we got this thing stored, and then we'll get on our way with loading up the tipper. Passing by our new chicken coop on the site of the old sawmill. Like I talked about earlier in the stream, had kind of served out its usefulness to me, so it's time to sell it and move on. So I guess while I'm here, I can talk about some of the other changes that I've done to the farm. I thought I had talked about a lot of these things during the last live stream, but unfortunately, my mic was muted for the entire thing. So, doing some baling recently, so I picked up some bale twine. Bought this thing. It's an Isaria Scout, so it's a soil sampler. Initially, I was harvesting or checking the soil quality by coming in here. Sorry, going in there and just purchasing the soil information. This is a lot cheaper in the long run. You know, it was like 15 grand or something, but it's much cheaper. Bought a seeder. It's Roll Mako OptiCrop. I think it's from Poland. It seems to be a pretty good seeder so far. It's a mod, but really happy with it. It's a piece of equipment that I have bought and haven't decided to sell again, which happens a lot. So I'm sure we're all familiar with the mowing setup right now. This is the back mower and the front mower. This was a cool thing that I decided to buy. It's a Hoffman Boro H-Sed bucket and scooper, essentially. It's a mod, and I bought it. It really stood out to me on the store as a general purpose kind of thing. A trailer that I can take around. It's not a trailer, you know, it's a 3-point connection, so it's a little bit easier to control and stuff. You can lift up the front and use it as a scooper, like I said. Uh, so to kind of turn the big tractor into a bit of a front loader. Of course, the chicken coop, which we showed earlier in the stream. But for right now, we'll come over here and pick up our bucket attachment. To make sure it's not going to do anything crazy there. The tractor weight is also new. I don't know, you may have seen it in the bottom part of the screen there, but I bought a tractor weight for the big tractor. I think this is going to be pretty close to a full tipper load. Let's see. Yeah, I'd estimate about 8,000 liters in there. I say, if you want me to, let's see how well I know the game. I was gonna say about 8,000 liters of wood chips. Oops. That we are going to take care of today. So these are left over from when I did the farm expansion. So this map has really been terraformed and changed a lot by me. I've talked about it a few times now. Few of the early live streams for this channel and this series were me just trying to go around and figure out the wood cutting system here in the game. And this is what's left over. I kind of cut down all the trees, removed the stumps, built this place, and also the sheep pen. Would I recommend it to someone else? Well, listen, if you want to, a lot of people get modded maps because they want to feel, that the map is kind of different and there's, get away from the base map. Oops, keep that up. I decided to take a different approach. I said, the base map has all the features and stuff in it. I'm never gonna have an issue with like weird scripting or anything in the base map, or base map will always work. So why don't I change the base map to what I imagine? And that's kind of in what I'm working towards. But it took a lot of trial and error and learning and a lot of wasted money and cash in the game. So if I did it again, I'd know what to do. I'd be able to really streamline it and stuff. But yeah, there was a bit of trial and error, and it's really put the farm back a step. I'd be pretty excited to have these gone, to be honest. They're a bit of a nuisance. Looking forward to this day. I learned to live with the barley because eventually the barley had a purpose to feed the chickens, but this was a byproduct of the farm expansion. Like I said, not really serving a purpose except to be sold. Let's see if we can get this line. Yeah, so this has worked out pretty good. I earlier said I'll just park this thing here. Oops, park the tipper here because I can just back up essentially like I'm doing now and come on over and it'll be nice and easy peasy. And yeah, it's been pretty good. Oh, you can hear those gears crunching again. All right, and there they are. Just no real depth of vision in this perspective. Like no reference point. Okay, you can stay there for now. That's actually a really interesting parking spot. I kind of like that. It's nice and out of the way. Uses that land. Okay, we did 6,270 liters. I had predicted 8,000. Not bad. Let's see where we're taking these guys. So we'll do a save game. Prices all the way to the bottom for wood chips. So this is not their peak price point, but it's close enough for me. Like I said, I want them gone. I almost sold them in July when they were at like 311 bucks there. So I'll take the 700 and whatever. Green Bird is saying, oh, animal dealer. Okay, yeah, let's go to the animal dealer. Earlier in the stream, we went kind of east towards the Greenberg with the canola. This time we'll go into town here and we'll see the other side of the field of the farm and the property. So yeah, this I guess again something that I talked about last time but didn't get said was this is my I guess general storage area here right now. I've got a crop in that we saw earlier. This area here isn't really in the base game. This is a road I created and kind of terraformed this uh, platform area here with the gravel. There are a lot of trees here that I cut down. So yeah, that's the end result of that, and I'm pretty happy with it. Got another beehive set up. This is the field that we're probably going to end up buying, although it kind of looks like crap right now. With all the weeds and the wasted, the tramline system seems weird. Okay, anyways. Kind of itching to get my hands on it now. Take care of that. So this is off to the right here is the grass field that I've been working on. It's a field that I expanded. So first field I bought after 87 and 89. Spent a lot of time expanding it. Pretty sure, I think I did some tree cutting there as well. Not on the live stream, but yeah, it's the grass is the first thing I've planted in it since I did all the work on it. So excited to see some things come to fruition there. Oh boy. We'll work our way into town here. And into the animal dealer. Yeah, I think the old history buff would be really interested in that Plains and Prairies pack that we just saw advertising on that billboard over there. That's kind of like the big cell farming I would think that I used to do. Yeah, okay. Over 5K for those wood chips, which is pretty good. That actually means I think we're finished with this tipper that I rented here, so I'll return that. And let's see if there's anything on sale at the store. Okay, nothing that I'm really interested in. This is a, pretty sure this is a Jeremy Clarkson tractor. We'll head back to the farm. On the left, we have the horse ranch area, I guess. So that's the area of the map that's dedicated to horse farming and ranching. And we'll just check on this field here. So yeah, we've got during the last live stream, this thing was kind of a mess. There was a lot of tram lines around there. The game didn't really like that I expanded it to here and tried to put tram lines on it right away. They were in some areas, not in others. So decided to just grow the whole thing over for a couple of cycles, and we'll try again and go from there. I mean, it's not that big of a field. We could probably manage with like regular tram lines or traditional ones without using the precision farming pack, but that's where we are. Oh boy. All right. And it's probably going to be this field that we buy here, number 79, so I can finish my little road here. This bush is has to go, and want to smooth out that bump. We're gonna post up here at the garage for a second while we look at a few things. So, actually want to come over here. We'll go to farmland. All right, well, let's do it. Let's buy this piece of land, and yeah, look at that. We just expanded the farm with some cash left over. Let's yeah, that's pretty pumped for that. Let's go over and check the field out, and let's we said we established earlier there's wheat growing there, and it kind of looks like shit. But let's go have a look around there. Yeah, so that's pretty good. The wheat will really come in handy with feeding the chickens. Okay, so yo. All right, so I think we can kind of take care of this pretty easily. We'll leave it on. We'll work at this for the rest of the live stream, trying to get this field up to snuff. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is, whoops, let's come down here. Is we're going to need to buy a hoe, which is under improvements. Oops. But actually, I could just use this liquid fertilizer or herbicide that I've got at the farm. Could have another gator adventure. But if I get the hoe, I can do that, which is just down the road there. So yeah, would be a big return on that rental. Because I think what we're gonna go with, keep that thing under weeders. Take it off on a lease. So when I'm going to the store, I like to take this little quickie shortcut over here. So this is the opposite side of the horse ranching area that I talked about earlier on the way up here. There's a road up the other side that we drove back to the farm on. If you're interested in just some spatial awareness here on the map. And we will pick up our hoe. Feels really tippy. I think I'm gonna stop and get the weight and get back to the farm. All right, bouncy, bouncy. Oop, oh boy. All right. All right, here we are. Just pop on up to the garage area and get the front weight, and we'll be back. Got the afternoon November sun kind of shining down on us there. All right. We are ready to go. Yeah, hopefully we can save this field. I think the precision farming was kind of in the red there, which is not good at all. This is a system I didn't really understand first when I had the game, or when I bought the game initially. I thought that was a constant factor, but it's not. It's you can easily modify the yield of the field. So I'm pretty sure I am playing with precision or crop destruction on. Try to keep this pretty realistic. So we'll see what happens here. And I'm just going to check and see if we're actually doing it. So it's hard to tell. There's a big clear area behind us, but I'm not sure if it was there or not. Okay, so I looked and checked. Reference point. Oh yeah, we're doing good. Great. We'll get on our merry way. Because I'm pretty sure it said on in the infograph there when I checked initially that Weeder would take care of this, or a hoe rather. Sorry. Okay, so if I drive ahead, so I can just drive over seedlings, whatever, and they just don't die. All right. I guess that kind of makes sense. You know, if it's young enough to be able to grow back after the tractor drives over it. Sure, I'll roll with that. All right, this looks much better. So we now have canola and wheat in the ground, which is awesome. We keep in the wheat essentially for chicken feed, and the canola will be a profit crop that we can keep. We'll work down the tram lines. All right, we'll just lift her up, and it's heading back the other way. Whoops. Accidentally lifted it when I set the cruise control. All right, we'll head this way and head down the next tram line. So yeah, we'll take care of this. Then we're gonna get out here on the field with the scout, and we'll get some soil samples taken. That'll give us a decent idea of what's on this field. I'm not really sure what the soil is like under here. I was looking at a map of soil map of the entire map a few days ago, and I forget what was under here. You'll see. Maybe there's a chance that we spread some fertilizer. See if the crop is young enough to do that. But we'll finish getting these weeds first. All right, so look at that. I did pretty much the wholly opposite thing that I should have. I should have just done this instead of driving down the tram line. Oh, so you live and learn. I really like this tool. I think I'm gonna buy one. I like it because it's fixed to the back of the tractor, so there's no having to worry about backing it up on another axle like a trailer or something. Just does whatever the tractor does. It's nice and big and wide. Also seems to have a lot of potential for making cash in the game. There's always a lot of hoeing contracts available. Guess I've got some leeway here because I've already done that bit. Just get up here and get going. Get up here and we'll get going hoeing. All right, we'll work our way down here. Lifted it again. Whoops. All right. Okay, look at that. Just a few random areas left. All right. I'll do one more like pass down and back, and we'll get a couple of those areas taken care of. But then I'm gonna send this guy out on contract, and we'll be doing a lot of the work in the fort actually. So it'll be fun. Always a good time driving the blue. So something I think is fun about this field is that get to the end of this row here, and then I'll keep talking. But you get this plot of land down there as well, which is really interesting. It's undeveloped, so yeah. So you get that bit there next to the creek, and yeah. So I'm kind of just kind of brainstorming ideas of things to do with that, and thinking about maybe another shed, garage type thing, maybe some bale storage. It would be convenient placement for bale storage. Good use of the land. Or we could totally strip it and totally strip it, cut down the trees, and plant something there. All right. Yeah. So they need to do that. All right. Get that thing off, and we'll get the scout. All right. So I guess it seems we're not going to get to our deliveries and stuff tomorrow. So that's or today. So that's we'll just wait until tomorrow in the game. Yeah, there'll be lots to do this winter in the game. That's for sure. Keep us busy. Get this thing going. All right, so we can see down in the bottom left corner in the map. Now we have a radius around us. It's obviously the radius of this unit. So we're going to try to go around the field and most efficiently as we can get some samples here. We can see it changes color to a red color once it's taken a sample. So my plan again is to kind of just work the tram lines here. Um, Earlier I mentioned that I have crop destruction turned on for kind of like the first time in like playing this game career. So just getting used to driving on the tram lines. It's an okay area for a sample. All right, so it doesn't seem to be beneficial really to take a sample on this line. It's all about right here. Maybe at the junction here we can get one. Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, that'll work out good because then I can kind of see what else is what's beyond the edge of the field there under those trees. This is the one I want. All right. Okay, if you've just recently joined us, we're working on our the latest field purchase for the farm here. Live stream started off with selling bulk of our harvest from last growing season. Had about 60,000 liters of canola in a bin that I've been sitting on for a while, so finally took it to market. And we were able to expand the farm for the first time really since we've been doing this series here. Right now we're just doing some sampling with the Isaria Scout here. See what's under this field, what the condition is. But 10 minutes ago we did some hoeing here on the field to remove some small weeds and stuff, and now we're back to scout it. So we're all finished up. I guess we can just head this way because we're not going to have the crop destruction yet. The crops are too young. All right, hold that guy up. So now we're going to send our samples for analysis. We're going to head into the work menu here. I use an Xbox style controller, so it's left bumper, Y, send the soil samples. And like it said there, we'll be able to see those results on the map in a little bit. So we'll just head on back to the garage area and store this guy. So if I move this guy, I can store that thing down there. Where do we want to put it? Like right here. All right, that's a little bit better than kind of just drop there in the middle of the garage. Now, I want to take over here. Kind of, but also kind of not. See what our sample results say actually. After a quick little save. So yeah, okay. So we kind of have a continuation of this field. There's a big streak of sandy loam going through here. pH seems okay. It's really lacking in nitrogen though, which we are pretty equipped to take care of actually. That's good. I'll get a pretty decent chunk of like standard seed rate down through that field, which will make it a little bit more efficient, one would think. We can dump some nitrogen on that field. Yeah, I want to kind of get that taken care of now while the crop is still young, because we do have a couple of days of rain coming. Oops. All right, we'll get on our way. Yeah, so we can see the sheep field there. Okay, so I think these tram lines may be correct for me. They're at 27 meters right now. This thing has a range of 30 meters. So there you go. We will lose a little bit, but it's okay. We'll take it. Sorry, just checking something here. Alright, get on our way again. Whoops. Whoops. Get back on this tram line. Oh, we're out of fertilizer. We'll have to head back to the shed area. Alright, our guy's working his way through that field. Oops, that's all that's left in that one. And really go through that stuff. That's something I'm pretty surprised by. It's definitely use a lot more solid pelletized fertilizer than you do liquid stuff, it seems. Earlier in the stream, I said I kind of made a decision to move away from that and towards pelletized fertilizer, and I don't know, I'm kind of rethinking that now. Right, I'm pretty sure we were working our way down here. Okay. get on down, and there you go. Perfect. Come down around here, and this is the line we need. I think. Yep, there we go. Okay. Look at the nitrogen. Um, yeah, I think we'll leave it. Leave it at that. Not really gonna do a pass down through there with this spreader. If I had a sprayer that did the precision farming thing with like the targeted spraying, I would do that, but not this thing. And that's gonna be pretty much the entire day for here in the game. Yeah, I turned down the speed earlier to 3x there, and looks like it was the perfect decision. Got everything stored away here first, then we'll shut her down. Send this guy to sleep. That's good. I can live with that placement there. All right. This thing usually lives over here in one of these shed bays. Put her in there for tonight. Shut those guys. All right. Get on over here. Guess this can be returned. Unless there's another. Um. Yeah, we'll take that. That's kind of easy money. We're gonna do that now. We're gonna do some night farming. We're gonna keep the party going. Oop, close one there. Oh boy. Okay, got her off there, thankfully. Oh yeah, I've been here recently doing some work on these fields. Get our little thingy set up here. This shouldn't take us long, I wouldn't think. Got all our lights on there, get going, but yeah. Let's see. So we've got about 20 minutes left in the stream for today. I wanted to let everyone know we're going to be starting to shut her down in a little bit. Keep working on this field until then, though. Been a pretty good one today. Got to expanded the farm for the first time here on the in the series. Be fun. Big milestone. Yeah, this is what I should have been doing on my field from the beginning. Not driving down the tram lines. Just drive down next to them here, and this thing works perfectly. All right, working it down. Over 50% now with this field. Alright, we'll get going down one more time here. Keep her going, but I'm going to go adjust the time rate here. Get it back up to 5x. Continue progressing along here. Alright, so we got like, this should be the last pass. Should have done all the perimeter already. Alright, 96, 97, 98. Wait, what have I missed? Really, just like tiny little areas like that are holding me back. Alright, 99. Can we get a 100? Thank you. We'll get up out of there, get that thing folded up. Get our cash, and I'm pretty sure... Oh, you know what? Let's go for one more. Let's go for one more. Got about 15 minutes left in the stream here. And we're gonna get out and do one more contract. Promise some night farming, some night hoeing, and here we go. We're gonna get it. Drive to the old starter farm here, which I didn't really spend much time around here. I started this playthrough. Alright, get past this pole, get unfolded and ready to go. Ah, that's okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, this might take us a little longer than I expected, but it's okay. We're working our way through it. Had a nice big looping perimeter that we just did, which was good. We'll work our way down here. Alright, so I think this could be pretty efficient if I just keep this thing going along here and it'll work the inside. Alright, I kinda like it. As we close in on 50% here, finished on this field. Here we go, 50. Alright, now, yeah, we'll just keep, we'll start working our ups and downs. And we're going to move into the last 10 minutes of this stream here, so I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. If you're still along here, I really appreciate it. First morning stream I've done in a while. Yeah, it was really fun. Like I said earlier, a big day for the farm. We got to expand it for the first time since we started doing this series. Really fun, a real big milestone. Glad you were along to see it. Fortunately, there won't be a live stream for a few weeks because I've got to go working again, but really think I'm starting to get into a groove here with the whole YouTube streaming and Twitch streaming stuff. So yeah, definitely there'll be more on the next time I'm home, and I hope you get around to seeing them. So we get over 80% completion on this field here. Ourselves set up for another pass. Didn't drop, not sure what happened. Yeah, this is the History Buff Farm career series here that we were working on, so it's been going since about January, February. We've been streaming on and off. Going here, we're at 97%, so this should put us pretty close to completion. Oh, there we go. All right. So that's going to be the end of our day here, unless there's something like ridiculously close and easy. It's tempting, but yeah, I think we're going to return this vehicle. it's a great tool. Like I said, there are typically a lot of hoeing contracts here in the game that you can work on, and yeah, having that thing around is proven to be pretty useful sometimes. If you're a modder in this game, just a suggestion that there's only one of those available in the market there, in the store. And there aren't really any on the mod hub as well, so probably get a lot of downloads if you come up with a creative hoe. And we'll just head back to the farm, get this thing stored, and we're gonna get on our way then. Yeah, once again, thanks so much for watching the stream today. If you are still here, really appreciate it. This guy usually sleeps in here. Used to be over in the other shed, but been keeping a lot of, like, I guess valuable. Let's get our lights off. Keeping a lot of valuable kind of implements over there, like the Scout is in there now, and the pressure washer and stuff. Been using it for some storage area as well, as we saw with the twine. Yeah, that's where old Deutsch sleeps. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching the live stream today. We're going to end it there for today, and I'll see you all in a few weeks. Take care.